Did you know that some of the least religious countries in the world, such as Japan, Denmark, and Sweden, are also widely recognized for their honesty, equality, and strong social trust? Here in the United States, our Constitution guarantees that each citizen has the right to freedom of religion, whether you choose to practice one or not. However, in recent years, we have seen increased discussion among these two groups surrounding the topic of morals. Because theists usually follow the moral guidelines of their religion and religious scriptures, the argument that a person's lack of religious beliefs correspond with weaker morality has gained attention. These opinions about morality have led to disagreements concerning our rights, government policies, and separation of church and state. Hi, my name is Grace Damron, and today I am here to persuade my esteemed classmates that atheists are not less moral than theists. Personally, I have practiced both religious and non-religious beliefs, and I am very passionate about this subject. I've conducted thorough research on the topic and different religions, their ideals, through both online sources and real-world experiences. In my speech, I will go over some of the biggest problems with different opinions on religion, the origins of morality, and a possible solution to achieve peaceful discourse among theists and atheists. Let's get started. One of the biggest problems with different religious beliefs is that our government policies and rights are influenced by opinions from theists and atheists who believe their ideals are correct. Recently, the debate on whether abortion should be legal or not has sparked conflict among many religious people. Generally speaking, there is a strong correlation between higher levels of religiosity and anti-abortion attitudes. However, atheists are significantly more supportive of abortion. Additionally, there are major disagreements among theists and atheists concerning LGBTQ rights and euthanasia. To explain, euthanasia is the painless killing of a person suffering from an incurable and painful disease. This includes examples like patients with cancer, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's disease. Although most atheists are in favor of voluntary or requested euthanasia from either a family member or a medical professional, a lot of theists are against this practice. An article titled "Religious Perspectives on Euthanasia" from St. Joseph's University states, "Christians are mostly against euthanasia. The arguments are usually based on the beliefs that life is given by God and that human beings are made in the image of God." Also, a study from the National Library of Medicine showed that physicians who denied the existence of a transcendent power are more likely to approve of euthanasia. As you can see, there are several issues that theists and atheists disagree on. But how do we choose which side is in the right? Well, this depends on what you believe to be morally correct. Next, I will explain opposing views on the foundation of morals. The definition of morals is a person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is and is not acceptable for them to do. We shape our own morals through several factors, including biological, social, and cultural factors, along with our own personal experiences. This can include our emotions, family and upbringings, friends, education, and religion. One of the biggest arguments among theists and atheists is whether our morals are also based on the foundation of universal authority. While theists believe that morality cannot exist without a God, atheists believe that a God does not have to exist for morals to also exist, and their morals are more grounded in reason and empathy. For example, an article titled "Can Morality Exist Without God?" from EmbraceTheTruth.org, author Derek Caldwell states, "God is the best ground for belief in a real morality, not only one that states what is right or wrong, but one in which we are obligated to do the right and not the wrong." To add on, another article titled "Can Atheists Be Moral?" from atheistalliance.org, it states, "For morality to come from God, God would have to exist. Since we are still waiting for a God's existence to be demonstrated, this entire argument is moot," which means subject to debate. Because there is no concrete evidence that can be used to prove the existence of a God, we cannot say for certain that there is an absolute law of morality, and therefore we cannot deem atheists immoral or less moral than theists. Whether you believe in a God or you don't, your belief is something that you choose. So, how do we as a society overcome our opposing views on religion? Now, I will offer a possible solution to this issue. As I previously mentioned, our Constitution states that every citizen has the right to choose a religion or not. Provided that we honor this right, it is critical that as a society we are able to work together in order to prevent conflict and uphold individual freedom. With that being said, I believe that the best way to promote a peaceful society is to encourage education and empathy among both theists and atheists. For one, a lack of education surrounding your worldview can lead to a spread of misinformation, along with failure to evaluate complex political issues. This is also why I believe that every person should try to empathize with others who have disagreeing values. You have to understand that not everyone has the same belief system that you do, and try to learn about their ideals and come to a middle ground where everyone feels seen. By staying educated and open-minded, we can begin to adopt a society where everybody feels heard. Now that we have discussed the problems with different ideas of religion, the origins of morals, and a possible solution to this issue, you can see that there is no clear difference in morality between theists and atheists. So, I encourage my esteemed classmates to adopt an open mind. No matter what your religious beliefs may be, the key to creating a peaceful and functioning society is religious tolerance. Thank you.